Hello everybody. We're going to be trying something a little bit different today. As you can see, I have the model going. And the recording you're watching of the gameplay in the background is post-recorded. And I'm basically going to try and keyframe in myself. And yeah. That being said, the thing we're going to be talking about today is something that kind of is more of an interesting case of it's more of a story and something I've been dealing with personally that I want to talk about. I don't worry, it doesn't involve family or it's nothing super like dark or anything, but it's just like it's more or less just been a sort of creative funk that I've been in that I want to kind of talk about. And it's less of a I want help with content and more of a I want to talk about something that I'm passionate about, and I want to do so without seeming like a crazy person, I guess. That's how I described it. And that is just in general, I have no motivation to really want to do much recording that much recently, which seems odd, but at the same time, when you understand why, it's less of a I don't feel motivated to record and less of a the things I want to record aren't what I want to post, if that makes sense. It's not that I want to change off of gaming, it's less of I want my content to be something for everybody, and I feel like I'm not doing that. And I want it to be still how it is, where like there's videos throughout the week that are more old school commentary type stuff and stuff like this, and then also funny moments with friends and general like reactionary stuff, going through stuff for the first time, like Destiny 2 raids, Destiny 2 campaign, Zombies Strike. You get the idea. Like first time doing something and reacting and getting a genuine reaction to stuff. And I also want to still do LPs and stuff like that, but I want to do so much more, and I don't know how else to do it other than I want to improve my content, and the only way I know of doing that is by nose to the grindstone, just learning how to edit better and overall do more in content that suits what I want. But with how my technology is, and I'm not going to go a little spiel about like how my computer is needing to be replaced and stuff like that, and although my living situation is not the greatest, and wanting to get away from my family that feel like they don't want me around anymore, that are very unaccepting, I would say, of decisions that I have made. I don't know how else to do it other than I just want to do so much more, but I'm restricted because of my own choices. And maybe I'll talk about the whole family being unaccepting thing, but I don't think I ever will until stuff changes. But speaking of which, they're doing stuff now, and I don't know what's going on. So if you hear background noise, that's them. But there's just so much going on, and I want to do so much more. And I just don't know how else to do it other than the fact that I want to do more community-based stuff. Whether it be like Q&A style stuff, or you guys just ask me questions and I tell a story about anything that might have happened, or general like, I guess like more like almost community question-based content, and which is basically saying like, hey, if you ever have questions and I can't answer them in a single sentence, I might make a video on it and like respond to you saying, hey, this got turned into a video idea, whatever, what have you. But yeah, it's just like I want to do so much in general when it comes to content. And it's more or less of, I don't want to bite off more than I can chew, but I also feel like I'm not doing enough, if that makes sense. Like, I want to do videos in the style of, for those of you who may know, because I think some people came from this channel, I have no idea, but for those of you who may know, I'm a fan of United Plays, United Gamer, and I want to do videos kind of like that, where it's like scenario, like a scenario in a game, and I make it like a challenge run of some kind, and make the whole run one video. Maybe more like a Doug video too, something along those lines. If you've ever seen like the Skyrim, but I spawn cheese every second kind of thing, like stuff like that, where I want to do highly edited, funny content, whether it be stream based or post recorded or whatever. I want to do content like that, but I'm just so limited in not only technology, but in terms of overall skill, which is like, well, why don't you hire an editor? I'm not in a financial place to be able to afford that in terms of a long-term thing where somebody would work for me. As like a one-time job kind of type of thing for one video, I could do it maybe once or twice. I did it with a montage way back in the day. The Black Ops 4 one, I think it was. The sniping one in Black Ops 4. Which I kind of want to do montages again in that same style, but I don't think I'll ever do it. It's just, they're not as popular as they used to be. And like a perfect example is there's a series I want to do, a game I want to do a series on, if I can speak. Where I want it to be very much heavily be what would be like a 20 to 30 hour playthrough, or even more than that, maybe a 100-hour playthrough, and then it'd be condensed down into like a hour-and-a-half long sort of video. And if you're curious what that game is, Elden Ring. I've been kind of playing it off and on my own, just messing around, trying to see how well I could fare, just kind of staying mainly in the first area, and like not necessarily like making the same kind of builds, but like different characters, staying in the first area, like basically only getting like what would be the first like achievement, and then stopping. But yeah, I want to do so much more with content, and I don't know what to do. And obviously this whole VTuber thing, I want to continue doing that. I want to try and incorporate being a VTuber into sort of a more live skit type thing. Maybe not to the same degree as like what you would see from like sponsor segments or like a movie theater, like movie type budget, but like an occasional thing where it's like I edit in myself talking about footage over top of it, so like, I don't know how to describe it. You might know, if you know the video kind of content I'm talking about, maybe you will, but I have so many ideas for content that I want to do, and it's just a mixture of I'm not good enough at making this type of content, and I don't want to feel like I'm copying people, which isn't necessarily me saying like I'm uncreative. It's that I have ideas for that type of content that I want to try, but I just am bad at it. And my channel very much has been throwing stuff at a wall and see what sticks. And at this point, I have kind of given up on trying to make certain things work. And the reason why I still do LPs is just so I can always have something of variety on my channel, so that way I can't say, oh, I'm a Call of Duty YouTuber, or oh, I'm a Destiny YouTuber, or oh, I'm a Siege YouTuber. I just want it to be a thing where I am a gaming content creator, and I create content in games that I'm interested in. Not necessarily games that I want to, not necessarily games I don't want to play, but games I have interest in. They're talking very loud outside, and I have no idea why. But the main thing is I want to always be variety over anything. And I just don't know what else to do in terms of content ideas. It's just... I don't know, you know? It's just like, I want to do so much, and I feel like my ideas are more creative than what I actually come up with. Like, Bonka Guard was like a project I had in mind and had so many ideas for, and came out awful. I am very disappointed with how Bonka Guard came out in terms of my own standards, because I know I could edit better. But having a PC that's not as good as it was when I first got it, me sucking at editing, and in general just no motivation, kind of ruined everything I wanted to do with that. As well as on top of that, just not knowing how to edit very well. On top of everything else, it's just I didn't know what to do. But I have no real anything else other to say, and I don't know how much longer the video is going to be after this. I might try and get some stuff out, but other than that, it's like I need ideas for content, and I don't know what to do. But one thing I will say is I am very thankful for everyone that has been tuning into videos, streams, all that stuff, and watching a lot of series. Like the Halo series, I was always interested in Halo, but never could really get into it. And the fact that I finally am playing through all the Halo games, and we're already on Halo 4, or we're going to be starting Halo 4 next week. As me recording this, the finale hasn't gone up yet. I'm going to be recording Halo 4 soon, and all that stuff. And also just in general, having this whole, like, having what is essentially going to be what is going to be the 50th series coming up soon. It's going to be interesting. I want to do... I'm not doing this as well. I've been wanting to do an idea of replaying through certain games to not only bring them up to par with, like, quality, but more or less try to talk more about them in terms of a standpoint of how I was feeling, not necessarily during the time of making them, but also when I first played them. A good example, I don't do all of the ones I streamed, but a good handful, maybe like a good handful. I can see myself doing Battlefront 2, Assassin's Creed 3, especially since it got remastered. Subnautica, maybe Subnautica. And then, as much as it will pain me because of the drama that happened with Mick, I want to do Doom and Doom Eternal again. Because those are two series that I love so much in terms of when I played them, but in terms of how they came out video-wise, are some of the worst next to the comps. Both of those comps are the best part of those series, and the only part I didn't like about the Let's Plays is how scuffed they were, because that was at a time when I was streaming on Twitch as my form of recording through my console, and I had no other way of doing it. It was only through my console, and other than that, I was basically doing what was the equivalent of putting together edited clips from my Xbox recording, which is what I did for Battlefront 2, mind you. And yeah, there's just so much that I've done that I want to go back and try and fix, or alternatively, some of the things I want to go back and try to improve. Like, if there's one thing I could improve, it would be stuff like the Doom series, both Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal. And is that me saying I want to basically do, like, get rid of what was there? No. I want to do what would essentially be replays of the games, either on harder difficulties or on easier difficulties, and sort of have it be more of a chill thing. Like Doom, I think the hardest difficulty I did it on was hard enough, especially after being out of practice. maybe I'll do them. I can't guarantee I will, but if you guys are interested in seeing me do replays of certain games, and obviously playthroughs of new games, if you're interested and you want to see a specific game, let me know. But yeah, obviously it has to be on Xbox or Switch, because I can't really do much on PC right now, and I don't have any other platforms besides an Xbox Series X and a Nintendo Switch. So, but the PlayStation exclusive, I'm sorry, I can't do it. Believe me, there are some PlayStation exclusive games that I want to do eventually, if I ever get my hands on a PlayStation 5 or a PS4. Because all of them are on PS4, with the exception of like one that I think is going to be on PS5 only, and that's Spider-Man. But almost all the games I want to do are on Xbox or on PC. Like, I have interest in a lot of PlayStation games, but like not enough that wants me to get the PlayStation, if that makes sense. Like, I'm interested in Horizon. I'm interested in obviously Spider-Man, because it's Spider-Man. Who isn't interested in Spider-Man? I'm interested in there's a couple PlayStation games I was interested in. I can't remember. Forspoken looked kind of interesting, albeit it is just high on life over PlayStation. But I will eventually do I want to do a video on series that I'm going to do for one reason or another, whether it be just drama with the creator or just in general. If you ask me, I'm probably not going to do it for one reason or another. But I don't want to be necessarily like, oh, I think these games are bad. I just don't want to cover them or play them because I feel uncomfortable doing so. Example being Hogwarts Legacy. I'm not going to play that ever. But even if you ask me, I'm not going to play it. If you buy it for me, I'm going to be even more mad because I don't plan on playing it because I find the game incredibly offensive personally. But I'm not going to stop you from playing it. I'm just going to say this. I don't have interest in playing it at all. But yeah, that's a video for another day. But thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this, and hopefully the model in this whole thing is working out and is okay. And if you want to see more like it, be sure to leave a like, subscribe. We're on the road to 1K by the end of the year, and yeah, see you guys next video. Last rounds that I make, and have a good day, buddy. Stay safe, and see you guys tomorrow for another episode of Sonic Frontiers. Hopefully, if I record it before the deadline this time.